Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, you've arrived at the perfect moment because this story is fresh, and I promise you'll want the full picture before making up your mind. The Galaxy S26 series isn't just another update. Samsung appears to be rewriting the rulebook. The focus isn't only on better cameras or faster processors. This time, it's about design, thinness, and balance. Let's start with the Galaxy S26 Pro, which now replaces the base model. According to leaks, it measures just 6.7 millimeters thick. That's slimmer than the Galaxy S25's 7.2 millimeters. Half a millimeter may not sound like a big deal on paper, but when you're holding it, the difference is obvious. It's lighter, sleeker, and more pocket-friendly. Then there's the Galaxy S26 Edge, which could easily become the star of the show. This phone is rumored to be just 5.5 millimeters thick. Imagine that, thinner than most pencils, yet somehow Samsung has managed to increase the battery. The Edge is said to jump from 3,900 to 4,200 mAh, and this isn't just wishful thinking. Sources claim Samsung is moving to silicon-carbon battery technology, which means more energy in less space. If this works as reported, it could be one of the biggest leaps in smartphone battery design in years. And of course, the Galaxy S26 Ultra. This is the one everyone looks to for maximum power. The challenge has always been the S Pen. You can't make a phone too thin when it has to hold a stylus inside, but even here Samsung trimmed it down. The S26 Ultra reportedly comes in at 7.8 millimeters, compared to 8.2 on the S25 Ultra and 8.6 on the S24 Ultra. That's a steady improvement, and it still fits the S Pen. The only question is, how much further can Samsung go before they hit a wall? Here's something worth thinking about. How thin is too thin? Sure, these numbers sound incredible, but with phones this slim, what happens to durability? What about heat management during gaming or video recording? We all remember Bendgate. Nobody wants to see their phone flex under pressure. Samsung must be balancing design and strength carefully, but these questions remain until we see real devices. The battery story is perhaps the most fascinating part. For years, thinner meant worse battery. Now, with silicon-carbon cells, we're talking about thinner phones with bigger batteries. Imagine carrying a device that looks razor slim yet lasts longer through the day. If Samsung delivers on this, it might set off a trend across the industry. But let's circle back to the Ultra. The S Pen is loved by some and ignored by others. Sources suggest Samsung might one day drop the built-in slot, either moving to an external stylus like the Galaxy S21 Ultra or removing it altogether. That idea will divide fans. Some see the S Pen as the heart of the Ultra, while others think it's extra baggage. If Samsung has to choose between a thinner Ultra or keeping the stylus, which way do you think they should go? This isn't just about millimeters or battery numbers, it's about identity. Samsung seems to be shaping a new era of design, phones that feel futuristic yet practical. The S26 lineup could make other flagships look heavy and outdated. At the same time, it puts pressure on Samsung to prove they can keep durability, performance, and thermal control intact. Think about the bigger picture. We've seen cycles in the smartphone world. One year it's all about cameras, another it's about raw performance. Design often takes a backseat. But design is what you feel every day, the thing that lives in your pocket and your hand. If Samsung nails this balance, the S26 could spark the return of super-thin flagships, a trend we haven't seen since the mid-2010s, except this time with no major compromises. So here we are, the Galaxy S26 Pro, the slimmer Edge with a bigger battery, and the refined Ultra holding onto its S Pen. Prototypes may change before launch, but the message is clear. Samsung is serious about making thinner, lighter, and more stylish phones without cutting the essentials. The big reveal is still months away, but these leaks already paint a clear picture of the direction they're headed. Now, I want to hear from you. Would you give up some durability for a thinner phone? Would you sacrifice the S Pen for an Ultra that feels even sleeker? Or do you think Samsung should stop chasing thinness and focus on other features? Share your thoughts in the comments because this is where the debate really gets interesting. If you made it this far, thank you for staying with me. You're the kind of person who loves being first to know about the latest shifts in tech, and I appreciate that. To keep getting updates before the rest of the world, make sure you're subscribed and turn on the bell. That way, when the next piece of the Galaxy S26 puzzle drops, you'll be the first to know. Until then, stay curious, stay excited, and I'll see you in the next one.